Hey guys, welcome back. Scott here with a new beer dissection video. Depending on how frequently you watch my channel, I did do, a couple of weeks ago, I received my package from New York State Craft Beer Alliance. I call it the Beer Alliance, but it's probably the New York State Craft Brewers Association, whatever it may be. But they represent all the New York State craft breweries, everywhere from Buffalo to the Adirondacks, down here on Long Island, New York City area. And they call it the 24 New York beers for holiday cheer. And it came in a nice big box. This pamphlet had little bios on each of the beers, little pictures of the trademark symbols of the particular brewery. But very good, and the beers have been really good. I think the lowest grade I gave one of them was a B, at least at the filming of this video, and I don't have that many left to do. I'm probably not going to be doing all 24, so if you are interested in this in New York State, I'm probably going to have it labeled under the beer dissection. On each beer will say beers for cheers, but don't look for 24 of them. I don't think I'm doing 24 videos. I'm selecting a few of them, though, or more than a handful of them. So the one I have today is from Catskill Brewery, and it's called Wagon. It's their IPA. Again, like most of these craft breweries now, they have these nice, like it's artwork on the can. This one's, again, they're out of Livingston Manor, New York, technically, but I'm sure that's in the Catskill region here in New York. I think I told you 4.9%. Okay, IPA, so very sessionable. I'm sure I'll have, I don't know why I keep shoving it in front of the camera here. I'm sure there will be pictures popping over my face of this brochure as well as this can. Now, their little bio says on the beer, surprising aroma and flavor. Well, uses Citra Mosaic, fruit character. Okay, pretty standard for most IPAs. So let's crack this bad boy open. Okay, I'm gonna break a TQ glass here. All right. Like I said, these beers have all been pretty good. Like I said, I think the lowest grade was a B. You know, I kind of grade them like school grades. Lots of A's. They got Kolsch's. What is it? They got porters, stouts, IPAs, some sours. So I'm going to be looking for this again next year. It's been, I think, a success. Thankfully, Rich Flynn, the owner of Murchisfield Brewery down the street from me here, had recommended to me, knowing I do this beer channel. So it was like the mother lode of beers that I can do beer videos about it. But if you really want to get a little nice spectrum of the beers in New York State and the craft beers, look for those videos. But again, there's breweries up in the Lake Placid. What is it? Troy Division. It's over in, God, I forget, it's not Saranac, down the road there a little bit. But anyway, I'm not going to digress too much there. But a lot of good beers. Down here on Long Island, there was a few of them too. So let's pour this one out. Okay, so regular IPA here, sessionable. Got about a ½ inch, nice white supportive foam. Definitely not a, soda, head on here. Definitely nice beer. It is actually, I'm starting to lose it pretty quickly, but overall, pretty well. It looks kind of like that Demitas. God, I'm losing my mind here today. Espresso. Okay, on top of the beer. Got a kind of a opaque, kind of medium straw, light gold color. Looks a little bit more gold on the camera than in front of me right now. It looks more straw. It kind of got that haziness to it, the opaqueness. Again, some of these IPAs, I've said on many of my videos, they may use oats and unmalted wheat in some of these with the hop matter that creates this haziness effect, like the juicy IPA, but this doesn't say it's New England IPA or juicy IPA, so they may or may not be using it. It's not that vital as far as the beer is concerned, all right? But let's take a sniff of the aroma. See, I'm losing the head already, and my glass is pretty beer clean. I hand washed it, so that shouldn't be contributing to it, but oh yeah, so you got citrus, little grapefruit, pineapple, tropical fruit. kind of danky too, like almost like cat pee. I forget what hops I had said. I know there was Mosaic. Sometimes almost smells like they're using Simcoe hops, but I don't think that was one of the ones I read off. I think there was two of them that were there. Sometimes that gives me that cat pee aroma, which I know sounds bad, but it's more dank type of aroma, the cat pee, than necessarily literally like you're sniffing a litter box, okay? But pretty nice though. Citrus. Like I said, I'm getting even some white grape. And the citrus may be more lime-like than, say, orange, but overall very nice. But again, we have lost the head pretty quickly there. But anyway, guys, cheers, Prost. Well, pretty high carbonation. Citrus on the taste buds here. Again, probably more grapefruit, lime. I'm also getting, I didn't say on the nose, the neutral malt character, kind of like a bread dough, bread crust, malt profile, because on the taste buds, a similar thing. It's kind of very neutral white bread, maybe a light toast at the very most. It's kind of got this little bit of a carbonic bite to it. One knock, though, on that second sip is the hop flavor kind of fleets away very quickly. You're kind of just left with just this neutral malt profile. It doesn't kind of sit there, and the mouthfeel on this is pretty thin, too. So it's not a very chewy, sometimes I'll call it chewy, with the medium to a medium full mouthfeel. This is kind of a little more thinner. The bitterness is kind of like a moderate level. But again, I'm getting a little bit of a pithy citrus, like if you had grapefruit pith you were sucking on there. Little bitterness that way, not regular hop bitterness. Maybe be like maybe even perceiving like a little bit of an astringency to it. I've reviewed other beers from this brewery before. I think there was one other one. I think it was called Southpaw. It was another raccoon guy on the cover. It was like a red can. But aftertaste, again, you lose that hop flavor very quickly. And even on the aroma, I'm still getting the citrus, but just kind of, you feel like you just want it to be sitting there on your taste buds a little bit longer, maybe with the body, maybe because it is a little bit thinner body. Overall, it's okay. Listen, I mean, in the world of IPAs, if you like a sessionable IPA, because nowadays we're so inundated with like 9% IPAs that are like, you have to sip before you even walk 2 feet in front of you, so you're not intoxicated. Sessionable IPA, citrus, a little tropical fruit. Like I said, I think I was getting a little bit of pineapple in there. Yeah, and then there is some white grape, and like I said, pineapple, white grape. And like I said, whether you want to go lean more lime or grapefruit, but very light, not very heavy on the palate. Probably a little more crushable than most IPAs and double IPAs that are out there these days. Listen, grade-wise for this beer dissection, Catskill, I'm gonna have to only give it about a B minus, C plus, maybe even like I'll say overall drinkability B minus. I think compared to a lot of IPAs, I got to bring it down a little bit to like C plus range. I mean, it's good. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this can. It's just, I feel like on the taste buds, the aftertaste, I wish was a little bit more bolder with the hop flavor. It's a little thin. It's a little like, almost like you're craving a little bit more body to it also. It's just, you're not kind of blown away with the hop flavor and aroma. But again, better than many IPAs, better than most commercial IPAs, better than a lot of the Voodoo Ranger brands and things like that. So if you're giving this at your friends or you're up at the Catskill Brewing Company, I'm sure you'll enjoy this. I just kind of looking from this pack, there's been just some of these IPAs that have just been knock your socks off with the hop flavor and aroma. That this one I just fallen just a little bit flat, but It's still pretty good though, guys. All right, guys, so today's beer dissection, Catskill Brewing Company, the Grass Wagon. Doesn't taste like grass, thankfully. Pretty good, but again, I wouldn't go much, higher than like a B minus. All right, guys. So the next beer dissection video, have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.